What's up, guys? Miss Toy Toy here, and today we're gonna be discussing the games that come out every year, the annual releasers, I guess you could say. So I got some Assassin's Creed Black Flag gameplay, and as I was playing, I was thinking like these games that's coming out every year is the quality is kind of going downhill. Um, I've been a fan of Assassin's Creed since the very first one. When the first Assassin's Creed came out back in 2007, the sequel to it wasn't released until 2009. Now, between those years, they did have some other games that they had come out. They were on the DS and PSP. I did not play those. I was more focused on the actual main story games. And then we had Brotherhood, Revelations. It came out in 2010 and 11. Didn't really have a big issue with those. Those are okay. They still dealt with the same time era, so it's not like they had to recreate too much. And then Assassin's Creed 3 that came out in 2012. After that, they decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna do a fourth one, and they released that in 2013. Now I know I'm a little late on picking up Assassin's Creed. I didn't want to pick it up immediately. Like I am an Assassin's Creed fan, but with the new gen consoles coming out, I didn't want to go and buy it on PS3. And then when I went to go sell everything, I didn't want to go sell that and then have to rebuy it. So I just kind of held off until I got my PS4, which I did a couple months ago. But the main point is, you know, it seems like these games are losing like the quality. Like the gameplay is not like all that. And I'll even mention another one that I'm a fan of, which is Battlefield. Now I never played the first Battlefield or the second, but when I played the third one, I really did enjoy it. It was a really fun game. I was able to go online, play with my friends. I didn't have to go through like as much bullshit as I did in Call of Duty, which is why I prefer Battlefield. It's more objective based. But I really enjoyed the game. I went ahead and bought the premium for it, and I was able to get all the maps and everything. And even then, I still enjoyed it. But now with four, same thing with Battlefield 4. I didn't buy it until I got my PS4 because I didn't want to waste it or waste any money getting it on PS3, and then had to buy it. Again, I know they had the thing where you can upgrade the consoles for like $10 or something, but I didn't want to waste money. It's like it's only $10, but hey, I can use it someplace else. So I'm just gonna wait. And plus, by the time I got it, the price had dropped a little bit too. So but when according to a lot of people that got Battlefield 4 when it was first released, it was pretty crappy. They said it even got the nickname of Betafield. I heard that. I'm not sure exactly what kind of bugs were going on, but I guess the whole thing was that when it came out, it didn't seem like the game was finished. It seemed like they rushed it, and they were probably trying to get on the charts with Call of Duty around the same time it was released. Now going back to Call of Duty, uh, it's a game that's released every single November. I can't remember like the exact release dates of like all of them. Like I said, I played them all since the very first one that was released back in I don't know, it was 2003 or four or something. I don't know, but I played them all pretty much. And you know, every year I honestly just started to get fed up with everything. When Ghost came out, I didn't have much interest in it, and I still haven't played it. I'm not planning on it. If I do, I might just go and rent it just to play the story, and then maybe play online if I have PSN, because I still don't have PSN at the moment. So, the main reason I dislike Call of Duty so much is mainly because I don't feel like it's an original game anymore. The franchise has been around a long time. Like I said, they've made some great games and everything, but I feel like they really run out of ideas. The first Call of Duties that came out, they were based on real wars. now they're making up all kinds of wars. It's all futuristic and shit. And it's like, but the main point, I know I keep drifting off. Main point is these annual releasers, even the games that are starting to get into the annual releasing, uh, you can see the difference in the quality of the games, whether it's some glitches or bugs or just simply getting bored of it within, maybe a few hours of playing. Maybe a day you played the game and maybe you beat the story within a day or two or something. It's like I said, there's no originality anymore. Pretty much these companies, they're so concerned about getting their game out that they're not taking into consideration like the quality of the game. Now, I'm no game designer, but I know programming in general is it's kind of annoying sometimes. Like when I was in school, back in my junior year, we had to take a class. It was called software engineering, where we pretty much had to make a program from scratch as a class. It was a semester long thing, and even when we got completed with it, it was pretty much still kind of like in beta form. Like it ran, but it wasn't like perfect. And there's no such thing as a perfect program. There's never going to be a perfect program. Um, and even to this day, when I was in a class with the same professor that taught that class, she was making comments to some of the students that were in that class before, how she was still dealing with some issues with the program we created. And it's not our fault that because we're not like actual like professional programmers. We're still in school, but we're getting some practice in. A year later, this program still isn't like 100%. So I can only imagine how it must be for these game programmers, game designers, and everyone just come together. It's not even just programmers. It's just, you have the artists, the actors, I guess you'd say voice actors, just all kinds of stuff that comes together. I can only imagine how much work it takes. And for them to go ahead and do this within a year, like, I would have to say, good job on getting the product out, but it's not high quality. Like, there are so much things you have to take into consideration with game design. Like I said, me being, somewhat of having somewhat of some programming experience, I can only imagine. Um, you can't test for everything. For instance, if you make a program to add numbers, you input a number, it adds it, outputs the right number. Oh, cool, look, it works. Are you done? No, you're not. Just because it works doesn't mean it's complete. What happens if someone enters in an explanation point? The whole program is probably going to crash because it doesn't know how to handle that character. So then you got to go and do some more programming. It's just a lot of things you got to take into consideration with, game design programming. So, with all these bugs and glitches that come out with these games that are released so fast, you can easily see that these programmers are not really, I mean, they could be doing their job, but they rush them to do everything so quickly that they don't even have the time to test everything that's actually necessary. And like I said, with Battlefield, I know I brought that up earlier, you can see they released Battlefield kind of in a really, like I said, I'm guessing they were just trying to keep up with Call of Duty. They wanted to get it out when Call of Duty came out, so they just rushed it. And there were a lot of bugs and glitches and everything. But a few months down the line, they got everything fixed. By the time I played it, I picked it up in February. It seemed like it was fine to me. So, just those extra months, whether it's a couple months, whether it's a whole year, it makes a huge difference with these games. And these programmers, these designers, just the companies in general, they need to realize that like they're just trying to make money. I understand that, you got a quota to meet, you got employees to pay, you got to get your stuff out there and sell. But I'm not gonna go ahead and put my money towards a game that's like half done. But no, it's like it's really bothering me. It's like it kind of pisses me off to the point like I said, I love games. But I'll even give you an example like with okay, Uncharted. Loved that series. They did an amazing job. Naughty Dog is a great company. They don't rush their games. It may take a few years for their games to come out, but it is worth the wait. You know, I think at E3 they released a teaser trailer for Uncharted 4. I'm guessing it's dropping in 2015. I don't mind waiting that long because I know it's going to be worth the wait. They do their job and make sure their games are going to work the way they're supposed to. Far Cry 4 is going to be coming out next year, I think, too. I played 3. Amazing. The game was amazing. I don't even think I had any complaints. If there were any bugs or glitches, they must have been minor because, you know, the game overall was amazing. Like I said, even The Last of Us, another Naughty Dog game, amazing. They took their time to, you know, make quality games. And all these other companies, they just want to go rush it out, get their money for the year. And now that I think about it, the companies that's making these annual games, if you want to call it that, they're probably working on the code right now for the game that's coming out the next year at the same time as they're making the code for the content for the game that's coming out this year. It's like it's overlapping. Either they're doing that everything at the same time, or when they feel that the game is ready, they go release the trailer, the gameplay trailer, whatever trailers they come out. They're probably already starting the code or whatever they need to do for the next game that's coming out the next year. And like all this overlap, they need to focus on one game at a time, and they can have quality games. These games, like I'm not trying to get too, you know, technical as far as financially. Like I don't know how everything works, but my guess is that these games that are actually, you know, worked on for years and years, they probably have an overall better profit than the games that come out every year. And the only reason I say that is because those are the games that you can keep replaying over and over again. And then these are the games that a few years down the line, you can still buy them. They can still be relevant because the content was so good. Would you go out and buy Call of Duty Black Ops right now? Would you go buy Modern Warfare 3? Would you go buy Modern Warfare 2? Like, think about it. It's crazy. Like, I really, like, I enjoy gaming. I've been gaming since I was a kid. But it's real sad to see, you know, some good franchises starting to go downhill. Because, like I said, Assassin's Creed, when it came out, amazing. And I'm not trying to say that this one, Black Flag, was bad, but I feel like it could have been better. And then they're having the new Assassin's Creed come out this year. New Battlefield coming out this year. And, of course, new Call of Duty. And, you know, some of the real, like, good big games, they're not coming out until 2015. And those games that are coming out in 2015, those are going to be the game of the years. You know, these gaming companies need to think about, you know, some of these things, whether or not they're actually making profit or are they just making things a lot harder for themselves. So I know this video is going to probably be quite long, but you know, I'm going to try and go ahead and get a little bit more of these types of videos out. You know, something that has to do with gaming. I don't have too many games right now on my PS4. I'm working a part-time job right now until I do find full-time employment. But you know, once I get a little bit more cash on me, you know, I'll be able to go and probably get some more games, maybe do a walkthrough or something, or just, you know, commentate on some gameplay, or, you know, give my thoughts like this, like I did with this, you know, try to get a little bit more gaming content out there instead of all this life stuff. So, you know, I'll be looking forward to, you know, getting some more games and, you know, expanding my channel. But until then, you know, make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.